Hey, welcome back, everybody. Time once again to meet our community. The Hispanic business community here in Orange County, powered by the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and Orange County's only community radio station, OCTalkRadio. Streaming live from our studios here at the University of California, Irvine's Beale Applied Innovation Center with the man. He knows everybody, John Gutierrez.
Thank you, Mr. Pa Roberts. Welcome again, everybody, to our community podcast show powered by the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, John Gutierrez, Senior Vice President here. And with us again, we have another special guest, Miss Sylvia Pizarroso, who is the OCIE Small Business Development Center Finance Center Director. She's also a small business advocate. 37 years of banking and finance experience. And of course, she's a community leader. She's our former chairman of our board and longtime board member and supporter. So welcome to the show, Sylvia.
Thank you so much. It's so great to be back. I think this is my fourth time on OC
Has it been four times?
Yes.
Wow.
So super excited to be here and share some amazing information with our community.
So it's very important that everybody that's tuning in, we're going to share with you today some really good information that can help your business. Sylvia has been helping the community so much with her team, the SBDC team. And so we're going to get into what is the SBDC.
Sure. So the Small Business Development Center is a nationwide program that was founded in the 1970s by the Small Business Administration in order to provide resources to the small business community. There are centers, offices, chapters across the nation. So even if you're out of state or you move, you will find a local SBDC that can help your business start and grow. Our chapter covers Orange County and the Inland Empire. So we cover 3 counties, and all the services that we provide are absolutely free.
Wow. Wait, did you say free?
I said free. So everything is funded by tax dollars. 50% of our funding comes from the federal government. The other 30% comes from the state of California. And 20% of the budget to run the program comes from host organizations. In the case of our chapter, we have 10 centers across those 3 counties that I mentioned. And our main host is Cal State Fullerton. They managed the grants and distribute it to the other host centers. In the case of the Finance Center, our host is the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And to show how committed the Chamber is to the small business community, they contribute 20% of the budget to run this program. So that's how committed the Chamber is to assist the small business community.
And I got to tell you guys, I've been fortunate to be a part of many of the events where they present certificates and congratulate the business owners that you all have been helping start off and all that. And it's really rewarding to see if anybody out there that's listening or watching, if any of you are thinking of starting a business, whether it's with your son or daughter or yourself, what we're going to share with you today plays a vital role in starting your business, growing your business, and eventually just taking it to the next level. And so we're going to get into the roots of all of this. But more importantly, I want to thank, of course, your team who's probably listening or watching for always collaborating with the Chamber, because it's been a very good relationship there. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. We're here to support the small business community, and being that the Chamber is part of the small business community, supporting not just the Hispanic community, but the business community at large across Orange County and the surrounding area. So we're obviously very excited to collaborate with the Chamber.
That's great. Let's share with the audience and the listeners, of course, what are some of the services that you offer?
Yeah, I'll start with the broader services that the SBDC network offers across our chapter, which is Orange County and the Inland Empire. Of course, we have our general services. If you're looking to start a business, they will take you step by step on how to start a business to the point where you can open your doors. So A through Z, what type of entity you need, licenses, permits, insurances, marketing. So everything you need to start your business, and they'll match you up with a consultant or with a cohort in your particular industry. So it's very industry driven. We also have other resources. We have a whole marketing center. So if you're looking for marketing assistance, we have consultants that have marketing backgrounds and they can help you with that piece. We have a whole other center that focuses on certifications and contracting. If you're a small business looking to expand or start doing businesses with corporate entities or city, county, state, or federal agencies, they are buying products and services from small businesses. But getting through the door is not that easy. They need certifications and they're looking for you to meet certain guidelines. So we have consultants that can help you through that process as well. For example, we have some big events coming up in the next couple of years. FIFA, the Olympics, and a lot of products and services are going to be required to support those events.
Yes.
And they're hiring small businesses for that. But you should be preparing now. So our contracting center helps small businesses look for those opportunities. We also have an international trade center. If you're looking to import or export products or services, they can help you with that as well. And of course, my center, which I'm very proud of, we're the finance center. We help small businesses with access to capital. If you're looking to even borrow a few $1,000s or more than that, we are here to assist and educate the small business community on the different funding options they have. Oftentimes, many small business owners believe that going to a bank is the only option to obtain a loan or capital for their business, but there are many options out there. What we do here at the Finance Center, we help you gather all your documents, we review everything, we assess the situation, and based on your profile, we match you with a reputable lender. And many times it's not a bank. There are many reputable finance institutions out there that are lending to small businesses, including the startups, and we match you with them so you can get the capital you need.
I can personally attest that when we started our business 15 years ago, it's very overwhelming. It's quite the challenge. And to be honest, we had worked in healthcare already for many years, my wife, myself, my sister. We never thought about being business owners or entrepreneurs, right? The idea was brought to me by a friend of mine, a doctor, who said, why don't you open your own hospice company, your own healthcare company? And I went home and I looked at my wife and I said, why don't we open our own business? And she looked at me like, are you crazy? Are you serious? This is a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sharing this story because some of you listeners or viewers may be facing that, maybe going through what I went through 15 years ago, where putting together a business plan, right? Like finding the financing, the money, right? It could be very scary, very overwhelming. Like you mentioned earlier, is it going to be an LLC? Is it going to be a corporation? What's better for my taxes? What's better for my business, right? All these services that they offer, think about it, folks. They're free. They're offering all these. You can't go wrong. It's a mentorship, advisory, family friendly, you name it, right? That they're here for you. And I think that a lot of people don't know about that it's out there, it's available. And or maybe like me, might have found out too late or something. And so I think it's very important that whether it's yourself listening, watching here, if not a neighbor, somebody that you know is interested, Sylvia and her team, of course, specialize in access capital, which at the end of the day, you need money to make money. That's what I tell people all the time. You need money to make money. You may have a dream, but if you don't have the capital to infuse into your idea, how are you going to grow it? But I also love the fact that you guys also do marketing and analyticals, right? Share a little bit about that. There's a whole thing you guys can run a report, right?
Absolutely. And these reports cost thousands of dollars out in the marketplace. It will cost you $2,000 to $3,000 for some of these reports. Some of the initial reports that we can provide to you is analytics. Let's say you're looking to start in your restaurant, right? So you probably identify a particular area. So we run the information around what competitors are in the marketplace. What is your market share for that particular food you're looking to sell? So we can provide you information around that piece so that you can incorporate that into your business plan and projections, right? Further than that, if you have a website, we have other analytics that we can run. They can go in there and assess your website and compare it to your competitors to see how well your website is doing compared to, let's say, a competitor down the street, right?
Yeah.
They'll give you all kinds of information related to all that. And again, all these reports cost thousands of dollars. And again, this is completely free. And to add to what you just mentioned, Johnny, you are not alone. So being a small business owner is very overwhelming, challenging. Sometimes you're wearing 20 hats. You got to do so many things. Think of us as your extended team. The large corporations, they have different departments, different teams that can help them with all kinds of different things. Think of the SBDC as your extended team. If you need somebody to help you with marketing, somebody can help you with that. If you need somebody that can help you with HR or people help, they can help you with that. If you need somebody with help with financing or just in general growth strategies, we have people that can help you with all that.
And people might be listening and saying, there's no way this is free. That's the first thing people listen or view and say, there's no way this is free. There's a reason why it's free, right? The government wants us to grow and open more businesses, right?
Yes. One of the biggest incentive the federal government, the state, and obviously they have into this program is that when, as we all know, small businesses is the backbone of the economy. They provide the most jobs in the country. So by helping small businesses, they're helping the economy, the broader economy. Because if you're growing as a small business, or even if you're starting a new business, you're creating jobs. Okay, by creating jobs, those people are paying payroll taxes. You're maybe paying a little more. So at the end of the day, this is helping improve our economy. That's why the services are free to you, but think of it as a prepaid service because these are your tax dollars at work.
Yeah, and you make a valid point about the taxes. For example, I remember right before the pandemic, we had almost 100 employees.
Yeah.
If you compare 100 employees that I had, imagine all the taxes they were paying, right? So my small business, which is funny because I remember Troy, who's one of our board members, at one of the meetings, I said, yeah, my small business, and he like taps me in the kind of on the side. He goes, you're not a small business no more. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you have 100 employees. But for me, my thought was like, I'm not like a big corporation that's national that has thousands. But at the same time, I was like, you're right. We are impacting our community. All my staff is paying taxes. I'm paying taxes as a business owner. So we're really helping our community in essence, because those tax dollars are going back to whether it's our schools, our parks, our streets, whatever it is, right? We're helping our community. So small businesses, to Sylvia's point, are the backbone of our community, right? That's what helps keep a lot of money filtering in our economy. Let's share with the audience, do you have any success stories of anybody that you don't have to say their names, but just give us examples of people that may have gone through your guys' program that you heard or anything like that?
Absolutely. So I'm going to share the numbers and then I'll go into a couple specific success stories. Year to date, my team of 9 people, and again, we just focus on access to capital. We facilitated the approval of 79 loan applications with $55 million in funding. So I'm going to repeat that again. We facilitated the funding of $55 million in business loans this year from January through just a couple weeks ago. Right now we have...
First of all, let's give your team a round of applause. Yeah. That is... Great job, team.
Yes, I am so proud of the team. They're doing amazing work out there helping small businesses access this capital. We're currently working on 275 applications, and some folks sometimes are not quite ready for funding. So what we do is we put a plan together. After we go through the assessment, we put a plan together and we work on that plan along with the small business owner. That plan could take 3, 6, 9 months, maybe a year, maybe a little bit longer based on what needs to happen before they're lendable, right? We canceled 755 small businesses, a total of 3,300 hours, and we served about 1,200 businesses with both one-on-one counseling and also training. This is just my team of 9 folks.
Good job.
I'm going to go over a couple specific success stories. So we have a local furniture retailer that wanted to expand into a second location, and he needed capital to buy inventory. So we facilitated a loan for $75,000 so that he can go buy inventory for his second location. So that was a great success story.
Nice.
Because it went fairly quickly. He just needed that money for that second location.
Yes.
Not only do we facilitate the startup loans and also growth loans, but we also help small businesses refinance their existing debt. we had a local transportation company who had about $100,000 worth of debt. It was a combination of personal credit cards the owner had utilized to start the business, and also he had taken merchant cash advance loans, which are very predatory. Some of those interest rates are 40 to 60%, and this individual was making, between the credit cards and this MCA loans, he was making payments of about $10,000 a month.
Wow.
Which was hurting his growth potential. He wanted to grow. He had a lot of additional business, but he needed to buy another van and hire another driver, but he just couldn't. All these payments were killing him. So we were able to facilitate the refinance of all this debt into a more
cost-effective.
Exactly, loan. Yeah. So by the end of the refinance, his new payment was about $3,500 compared to $10,000. So all those extra savings, he was able to go get a van and hire a driver. So those are just a couple examples for a couple local businesses. We had one that was just very interesting. This one is very unique, and just super proud of the team on this one. A local company who obtained a contract with the federal government to provide services in the U.S. territory of Guam. So it's very far, it's in the Pacific, very far away, and they needed money to fulfill this contract. We were able to facilitate the funding for the purchase of equipment in the tune of about $3 million for them to fulfill that contract. And again, this is a contract that was in the U.S. territory of Guam. It was very challenging, but we got it done. So super excited, proud of the team for that one.
That is amazing. And you don't realize how much it means to that business owner to go from $10,000 a month paying this huge payment to saving him so much money that he was now able to hire another extra employee and get another extra van, which in essence helps grow his business, right?
Yes.
It infuses. So when you look at the dollars, it speaks volumes, especially when you can save so much on interest. Sometimes we get put into hard money loans. Trust me, I'm a business owner. I know when there's tough times and you don't have the money because obviously you got to pay a lot of stuff, it can really just take your business down. It can hurt your business. So the fact that you're able to do that speaks volumes. Now, I want to get into something very special that the SBDC has been doing with the city of Irvine.
It's actually the chamber.
Chamber? Okay.
Yeah. So the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce received a grant to provide smaller grants to the small business community. So I do want to share this with the broader community. So this is a $2,000 grant for Irvine-based small businesses, and there are some requirements that are very specific. You need to be physically located in the city of Irvine, have been an active Irvine business since early 2019 with an active license.
Okay.
And you have to have between 2 and 25 employees. And again, it's a very simple, if you meet those qualifications, it is a very simple application. It's a $2,000 grant towards marketing, and that comes with a minimum of 1 hour of marketing consultation so that you can put a marketing strategy for your business. And of course, if you want to sign up for more consulting hours, you can do so because it's all free. In addition to this, by the way, this grant expires at the end of the year. So if you meet these qualifications, please apply. It expires December 31st, 2025, $2,000 grant towards your marketing. And to incentivize businesses to apply, the chamber has also added a free membership, which is $1,000 value in addition to this grant.
Yeah, so if anybody's viewing our show right now or later, or you'll see it on YouTube or on our social media, just keep in mind, this may not be information for you, but it's one of your friends, somebody that you know. Maybe you shop in the area of Irvine. Let them know. Look, there's free money being offered for them if they meet the criteria. And that's what a grant is. Not everybody knows what a grant is, but it's basically free money.
It is.
It's not a loan. You don't got to pay it back.
Yes.
It's free money. Now, do grants like this show up once in a while? How does that work? Is it just different cities put up stuff like that, or how does that work?
Yeah, occasionally cities or organizations have grants. These days, the grants that are offered out in the community are smaller in nature, like this one, $2,000, $5,000, not many big grants. Back in around the COVID time and right after the COVID, there were a lot of grants out there, larger ones, in order to help the small business community. These days, most of the grants are just smaller in nature. We're just back to business as far as access to capital, which is normal loans.
And one of the questions I wanted to ask you that I think is very interesting from a finance perspective is when somebody's trying to get a loan, I don't know if you can get into a little bit. I think last time you were here, you shared a little bit about this, is certain financing can be available for if you're buying product, right? Because it adds value, right, to the business. The fact that you're buying, like in this case, he was buying furniture, right? Was the loan applied to the fact that there was actually some sort of item that you're buying, right? As opposed to just money that then is going to be used for payroll, right? There's different types of funding.
Yeah, there are different types of funding. Let's go over that really quickly. So obviously, there are SBA loans, and it's not loans that the government gives you. It's just a guarantee that the federal government provides. A bank or financial institution still needs to lend you the money. Then we also have state guarantee programs. The state also has a guarantee program, again, that needs to be accessed through a lender. And there's also private programs. There are many financial institutions, especially certified development financial institutions, that offer private loans, and they're very reasonable. They're very reasonable. And yes, certain types of loans are easier to qualify for. For example, if you're looking for a loan to grow your business because you're going to buy inventory or you're going to buy a van, that's a little easier to qualify than a loan that, let's say, you're looking to refinance debt that you already have, right? So yes, certain types of loans are easier to qualify, like the purchase of inventory or a vehicle or some type of equipment that's going to help you grow your business. So use of funds is crucial when you're looking to qualify for a business. So that's what we're here for, because lenders want to know how much do you need and what's the use of funds. Because many times people come and they're like, I don't know how much I need, and they really don't know how they're going to spend the money. So we help them with that piece, because that's the number one question the lender is going to ask.
And so if anybody's viewing or listening to the show, feel free to leave any questions on the comments section, and we can always pass that on to Sylvia. However, you could also reach them directly by calling their SBDC 1-800 number. And we're going to give that out to you guys right now, which is 1-800-616-9165. Again, that's 1-800-616-9165. 9165. At that point, Sylvia, they can be directed to the right consultant, right?
Right.
They can request for you for financing, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, because not everybody needs money. So if you're looking for marketing assistance or contracting assistance, you can call the 800 number and say, I'm looking for a consultant that can help me with marketing. They'll ask you a few questions, they'll enroll you, and they will schedule an appointment with a marketing consultant. Now, if you need a finance access to capital assistance, you can ask for myself, or you can also email me at Sylvia, that's Sylvia.Pizarroso, and that's Pizarroso at OCIE.SBDC.org.
There you have it, folks. I think it's crucial that you share this information, share this link, share this post that you see on our social media, share it if you see it on YouTube or any other network, because this is key information. We're happy that Sylvia could be with us here today. The SBDC, which stands for Small Business Development Center, is such a great organization that is available at your hands for free again. These services are for free. And so if you're thinking of starting a business, or if you know somebody that has a business, right?
Yes.
And they need some sort of advice, funding, whatever it is, let them know, because a lot of people don't know these services exist. I know we run out of time. Sylvia, thank you so much for being here. Any final thoughts before we go?
Yes. So we are on the fourth quarter of the year. If you're established business, this is the time to get ready for next year. So start planning. If you're looking to grow, this is the time to start putting your growth plan. And if you need assistance, please reach out to us. Additionally, one thing that I almost forgot to mention is that we also have a program on exit and succession planning. So if you're established business and you're looking to retire down the road or sell your business, reach out to us. We can help you with that strategy.
Awesome. Again, folks, last time, 1-800-616-9165. Reach out to Sylvia, her team, or anyone else at the SBDC. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you tune in again next week. Sylvia, thank you for being here again. We'll have you on the show again hopefully soon. It doesn't matter how many times on the show. We love having you on because this is vital information that we need for our community. And again, folks, thank you for tuning in to our community podcast show where our community is your community. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
There you have it. Some great information. Another great show. Another great reason to tune in each and every time to hear more from our community. Right here on our community radio station, OC Talk Radio, streaming live from our studios here at the University of California, Irvine's Beale Applied Innovation Center.